I'm pretty sure every single Portuguese fan woke up this morning with a new sense of confidence, belief, connection within this Portuguese national team that we haven't had in years. Listen, we may have won the trophy in Euro 2016, but we didn't dominate games like we did against Switzerland yesterday. A very good Switzerland side who yesterday had nothing. Absolutely nothing for us. The only dangerous player in their team, Shaqiri with the free kick. Some of the balls over the top. Embolo, when in possession, the speed, the directness was causing Ruben Dias trouble. But one thing I will say is that I'm absolutely proud of each individual performance and the team performance. And look, a manager in Fernando Santos who I've criticised over the years in terms of his decision making, his instructions on the pitch, the tactical approach. I've criticised him massively in the past few years, but with good reason. Because look, Fernando Santos has gone from playing 2 to 3 defensive midfielders in a team who we consider defensive midfielders to none. So Fernando Santos is quite clearly still confused and in the process of determining what's his best team. However, this is World Cup football. Morocco, I'm pretty sure he won't play the same team. I'm almost certain he won't start the same team. Because Morocco are a different side. They're going to sit deep. They're going to absorb pressure, hitting us on the counter. They got pace in their fullbacks. Different type of game. Switzerland tried to play out. We were dominant in possession, efficient. Look at one point we had 5 shots, 3 on target, and we had scored 3 goals by then. It shows how dominant we were and how clinical we were. And I said it in the previous video before. We need to be clinical against Switzerland, otherwise they will get into the game. A dominant performance. I've never seen a dominant performance like that in international competitive football against a good side from Portugal within the last 5, 6, 7 years. I haven't seen it. Such a dominant performance. Yeah, we may have beaten a team 3-4-0, but really, really, really dominant in an international competitive tournament like the World Cup or the Euros. For me, no, I haven't seen it in a while. So this is positive. This is the good way. This is a good way for us to go. Morocco's going to be a different challenge. I believe in us. But one thing I will say, Fernando Santos, I'm very proud of his decision making and the big calls he made yesterday. Look, you have to have big balls to drop Ronaldo and Cancelo as well. 2 players that I would have expected to start yesterday. I definitely would have started Cancelo, Ronaldo. There's definitely a discussion there. But one thing I will say is that a lot of these pundits and people are being so disrespectful to Ronaldo. For me, listen, you shouldn't be disrespecting a player who within the last 15 years has been one of the best players ever in football. What, you just think now that he's 37 years of age, he's just not going to turn up, he's suddenly a dead player? Look, last season, he scored 24 goals. For me right now, what I'm seeing from Ronaldo is he's trying to overdo it. He's overdoing everything. I've seen it in the group stages. Scores a penalty, wasn't too bad against Uruguay. Korea was trying to do everything himself. Ronaldo needs to realise this is a team effort to win the World Cup. Look, yes, you might carry the team to a certain part of the tournament, but you're not going to win it doing everything yourself, especially with the amount of talent we have in this team. Gonçalo Ramos yesterday, the youngest player to score a hat-trick since 1990 in the World Cup, in the knockout stages. Unbelievable. Gonçalo Ramos, for me, he's set for our Portuguese national team for the next 10, 12 years. As a number 9 striker, I mean, everything he has, playing his back to goal, the hold-up play, the dribbling ability, the speed, the aerial threat, he's got everything there. Amazing. A fantastic player. I wanted to see him play against Korea. He didn't play him, Fernando Santos, and he didn't play him yesterday. Big calls from Fernando Santos yesterday. João Felix, the freedom, the fluidity, dropping deep, linking up the play, the skillfulness, getting past players. The confidence is there. Playing as a team, this is the team effort, the fluidity up top. We're not relying on anyone. With Ronaldo, it seems like we rely on him. We're just looking for him all the time. But yes, and it makes sense. Look, Ronaldo's not that player he was years ago. He can't drift into midfield and pick up the ball and pass and build up the play. He can't do that anymore. He's not quick enough. You can't play long ball football with him anymore. He's not quick enough to get on the ball. For me personally, Ronaldo is simply a penalty box player. Crosses into the box. Get him just outside the box. Let him get a shot. Look, he's very good at finding space. He's a very good target man. But look, we have to remember, at Man United, before the World Cup started, he was not in good form. So for me personally, I'm very proud of everyone. I'm very proud of the team performance, the individuals. But at the end of the day, this is Portugal. But huge disrespect. One thing I will say is that Ronaldo will score goals before the final. We will get to the final. I believe in this Portuguese national team. We will get to the final. And Ronaldo will start these games. Because against Morocco, I'll do a separate video for that. But I'm 90% sure he's going to start that game. Because it's a different game. They're going to sit deep. Gonçalo Ramos, yeah, you could start him. I think Fernando Santos is going to look for that target man, that penalty box striker who's going to find those runs and spaces between defences and who's going to cause the centre-back trouble. Not Gonçalo Ramos can't do that, but I think he's going to play Ronaldo against Morocco. Ronaldo has so much experience. Gonçalo Ramos, yes, that's a big performance yesterday against Switzerland, a good Switzerland side in international football, World Cup. But Ronaldo with the experience, I think is going to start him. Whether it's the right decision, we'll have to wait and see. But look, some of the players I need to talk about. William Carvalho, a player for me who, look, for me is too slow. But yesterday he was ball carrying the ball, getting it forward, freedom. But he was playing as a defensive midfielder. For me, it was risk. We were playing risky football, but it paid off because we were efficient. We were efficient in possession, very clinical. And William, for me, he's too slow. If you play a very pacey team, who against Morocco, they do have pacey fullbacks. Moments in the game where they might play inverted and they're going after William, for me personally, if he's not in possession, he's done for because he's too slow to recover. However, against Morocco, where you're going to have possession, he's going to have a bit more freedom in possession, but they're going to target him, however, because they're going to press us in central areas like we saw against Spain and up the pitch, but they are going to sit deep. They don't mind not having much of the ball. But we need to play the most efficient players and the best players in possession of the ball, which William, for me personally, is. But he doesn't have enough pace to recover. I would rather start a defensive midfielder who's going to protect the back four and do the simple job. But I need to look at Morocco. I need to see what they did fully against Spain and just observe it. See what players will work best against Morocco. Because it's about balance. I don't think the same team will start. You need different players in different systems and against different teams. This is a different team. Switzerland were looking to play. They started pressing from the front. They were looking to play against us. They were trying to be active, but we had too much quality. We were too good. So look, for me, dropping Cancelo again. Why did he drop him? For me personally, is because he felt like he was suspect defensively almost in every game we played. Which, yes, but Rafael Guerreiro, like I've said, our fullbacks are very attacking. Very attacking fullbacks. So it's about balance. Diogo Dalot, one of our best fullbacks in the World Cup. Brilliant season so far at Man United. Big decisions to be made from Santos. Bernardo Silva, active. Otavio, a player who wasn't good against Ghana. But for me, Otavio is vital when you're facing a team who could look. The Swiss are a very good. They're a very good side, Switzerland. Otavio wouldn't surprise me if he was to play against one of the big teams. He's good in and out of possession, active, very good on the ball. But then again, he's not a player who's going to be flashy all the time. He's not. He's not a player who's very flashy like Rafael Leão or João Felix. But he's very good in and out of possession, very active. He's an engine in midfield, like Bernardo Silva. But Bernardo Silva is a bit more flashy. He's a bit more, he can carry the ball into different areas. Very good dribbler of the ball, who can go past players. Otavio's not really like that. But he can still be dangerous, a goal scorer. He can still score goals. He can still assist goals. Very good link-up player. And for me yesterday, the build-up play, the link-up play was phenomenal. There was danger everywhere from our full-backs, from Gonçalo Ramos and his aerial ability. There was a threat everywhere. Pep, 39 years of age, playing like that. Phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. And I'm excited to see what's going to happen because Rafael Leão now coming off the bench, scoring a goal. Is he going to start against Morocco? There's a lot. Listen, Fernando Santos must have a headache right now because there's too many players who could get into this squad. And you still have Ronaldo there. You still have Ruben Neves. Vitinha comes on, does very well. Guys, there's big decisions to be made here. Bruno Fernandes. Jeez, I haven't even talked about him. Bruno Fernandes. Our best player so far this tournament. I know Gonçalo Ramos scored a hat-trick yesterday. Bernardo Silva's been good the last two games. But for me, Bruno Fernandes has been amazing. Composure. Efficiency on the ball, not being wasteful. The simple passes. The set pieces, the delivery into the box. Phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. And shout out to Fernando Santos because he's got a very balanced squad yesterday. Correct, against Switzerland. So guys, let me know what you thought. Morocco will be a different game. I'm very proud of this team. Can Portugal beat Morocco? Let me know. Vamos Portugal!